Hello and welcome to the Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 7 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, the exclusive double page series for October. And today's double page layout sketch is by Darla Weber. And there are 10 places on here that could either be smaller pictures or some other type of embellishments, and then a larger picture. And so I decided to take those 10 spaces as pictures. I printed some 3x4s and one 4x6 that I want to document from my adventures with 2 of my besties in New York at a cafe or a diner. And so I am using Storyteller to document this. I've got a couple of different pages. I've got papers from the collection. I have some black cardstock, and then I'm going to use my Ranger's enamel accents to do the little dots around the outside. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, my pictures, and my sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I decided that instead of having 2 matching pages, because originally I thought I would do black with 2 colors in the front, and then decided that I wanted to do the colors in the back, black background, and then use colors to mat my pictures. So I got the heart paper as well as the rainbow paper. My original plan is to use that rainbow striped paper as my second mat, but I end up flipping it over and using the other side. And then I trim my black papers down to 11.5 by 11.5. So instead of, like I said, using that striped rainbow paper as one of the backgrounds, I used the other side, which is kind of like these wonky, they look like hearts to me. They're almost like rainbows. It could be either direction. If you turned it to the side, it'd look like a C. But since the other page is hearts, it's the same colors and everything, obviously, since it's from the same collection, I went ahead and used that because that meant it was both white-based backgrounds with the colorful hearts and then the black on the inside. Now, all my pictures are 3x4. I have taken my Creative Memories corner rounder and rounded the corners on all the pictures. And then once I matted them on that same paper, the rainbow paper and the heart paper, I also did the rounder on the paper. And I don't do that very much anymore. I used to round every single picture I ever scrapbooked back, I don't know, 4 years ago and more. I rounded every corner. And now when I look at it, it's strange looking to me. But I felt like because that's what this sketch kind of looked like, I decided that I was going to do that. So then on the final picture, it squared off like on the sketch as well. So I did not round it, but I did distress it. And then I matted all the papers or all the pictures on 2 different kinds of paper. And it's that heart paper and then that rainbow paper. So once I get all of that on there and laid out and taped down, I'm going to start looking for some embellishments. I'm not over embellishing because the sketch doesn't really call for that. I did want a big cluster over here on the far left, and then I added a little smaller cluster in the bottom right corner of the right layout, as well as a little journaling space, because I titled this The Story Behind the Photo. And really it should say photos because like this whole thing is a story. We went to a restaurant in New York City, and the waiters and the waitresses and the staff sing while you're there. They perform, and it is fantastic. It was amazing. The food was delicious. It was well worth all the rain that we waded through, not to go there necessarily, but it was a phenomenal experience, and I would encourage you to go. It was so great. We had such a good time, and I'll be documenting another layout with this because I have pictures from my friends and I going to the cafe and everything. But anyway, so it was such a lovely experience. It's called the Stardust. And you probably heard of it. There's usually a line to get in. We got super lucky, did not have a wait. But anyway, so in the process, so the top 5 pictures are different people who sang, who we loved. And the only reason I covered that one is it's pretty much the same picture as the next one, but the picture in the middle is my two besties that I went with and the same person singing. So when I found this card, it says the best things in life are the people you love, the places you go, and the memories you make. And that was so freaking fitting for this collection of pictures and layout. I really wanted that in there, and it wasn't going to fit anywhere else. And I thought, well, I got two pictures of the same singer, and she's pretty much doing the same thing, but the other picture has my friends in it. So I went ahead and covered that. I did cut, around the corners so it'd fit properly. Now, the bottom 5 pictures and the one on the side tell the story that I'm really telling, because we just happen to be in the perfect seats. And the gentleman on the bottom, one of the waiters, he started singing Sandy from Grease. And once he got into like the chorus where he's like, "Oh, Sandy, baby," he started singing to me. And so like he's like reaching out to me. And then when he's professing his love, he started throwing straws at me. Like he was throwing flowers. It was hysterical. It was fabulous. That's why one of the pictures is me holding like a ton of straws. And then the bigger picture is like me like hiding, not necessarily hiding, but he was just throwing all the straws. It was hysterical. Anyway, it was one of the highlights of my day, other than, of course, a Broadway play. And it was so much fun. And we laughed so much. He came by later and was like, thanked me and laughed about it. So anyway, I wrote a little journaling note about being serenaded by a waiter who sang Sandy from Grease to me and bathed me in song and straws. So it was so much fun. And then like I put a little cluster of flowers down there just because I felt like it needed something. And then I put a little couple hearts up at the top of that. So then I take my enamel accents and I'm going to make the little dots. Now, I don't care that they're not the same size dot. I don't care that they're a little wonky. I didn't want them to be super even and straight because Lord knows I was not going to be able to make them that way unless I like put a ruler down, and I didn't want to do that. So I just kind of make them go around, and there's some that are light and some that aren't. Now right here I'm gonna make a moo-boo because that's just the way I roll. I wanted to line them up at the top so that I could make the first dot right where the other one is, but then I put that bottom corner overlaps the other bottom corner and I smear like 3 of the dots. Y'all, now these dry really quickly, but I had just finished. Like, it didn't take me that long to do them in the first place. So like I literally just finished this video and most of these are already dry because this stuff dries really fast, but I had just done them. So I pull a little label sticker from the collection and I'm going to put it in this bottom corner and put the date on it, because I have said this many times. I am a professional boo-boo fixer because I am a professional boo-boo maker. So I just put a little tag down there, write the date on it, and boom, I've covered up my big mistake that I could not fix. And it's fine. And that really is the end of what I did to this layout. It took me about an hour, but there was a big holdup in the middle and I had to tuck my kiddo in. He'd kill me if he knew I just said that. That sounds funny. Anyway. So really it probably took me about 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes to do. So, but I love the way this turned out. It's so much fun, lots of color. The story is fantastic. I will relish in this story for a long time. And so I am super excited that I got this layout, or the sketch was the perfect way to tell this story. So please go and check out all the other people who are hopping along the 30 Days of Sketches. I appreciate Darla for putting this sketch out there for us to use, because like I said, perfect for the storytelling aspect, especially like this. You could do it with smaller pictures and have more space for the pattern paper to shine, but I just love the way that this turned out. So anyway, I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layouts. I would love it if you'd subscribe if you haven't already. And I thank you for those of you who already have subscribed, and those of you who obviously have stuck around till the end of this video. Hope y'all have a great day. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.